Let's talk about the false sky we saw when Mavuika used her powers to destroy the rift. How it is connected to the Cataclysm and the Five Sinners of Khaenri'ah. And what Celestia is hiding from all of us. But first, let's start with Khaenri'ah. Irmin was the last Vinster king of Khaenri'ah before the Cataclysm occurred 500 years ago. Under Irmin's reign, Khaenri'ah began creating machinery using secrets from beyond the skies, which was likely related to forbidden knowledge. Forbidden knowledge is a form of knowledge that does not belong to Teyvat. It is a form of truth that cannot be understood and is constantly rejected by the world. Because of its alien nature, this knowledge has ill effects on objects and living creatures alike. According to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, forbidden knowledge originates from the very bottom of the abyss. This knowledge allowed them to create vastly enhanced machines which were no longer bound to this world's laws. Now at that time there were 5 individuals of great esteem in Khaenri'ah, who were considered the best of their peers. Dainsleif claims that if he and the 5 had worked together, they could have stopped the Vinster king from rocking the consciousness of Teyvat. But they could not resist the call of the abyss, and they divided up amongst themselves a power that could destroy the world. Thus they became sinners, but also transcendent beings with world-shattering power. When the Cataclysm occurred, none of them came to defend Khaenri'ah. They are Hropteder the Wise, Vedrfolnir the Visionary, Rhindaughter, Gold, Sertalagi the Foul, and Rerir, Rocker of Salnari. Not much is known about them so far. Sertalagi is Skirk's master and the owner of the all-devouring narwhal. According to Skirk, her master, Vedrfolnir, and Rhindaughter is pursuing some form of perfection. Rhindaughter, also known as Gold, is a researcher and practitioner of the art of chemia, who is also the creator of albedo and Durin. Gold played a major role in the Cataclysm. The great disaster ravaged all of Teyvat. Because of conflicting information given, it is currently uncertain whether Rhindaughter's creatures traveled to Teyvat first, thus attracting the attention of the gods in Celestia and the 7 which resulted in Khaenri'ah's destruction. Or if Khaenri'ah's destruction at their hands caused Rhindaughter to send her creations to Teyvat. Nonetheless, she is considered one of the 5 sinners of Khaenri'ah. From what we have seen, whenever someone tries to harness or temper with the abyss, a cataclysm-like disaster happens. Dragon King Nibelung being a good example of it. During the war between heavenly principles and dragons, Nibelung introduced forbidden knowledge to Teyvat, who hoped it would turn the tide in the struggle against the heavenly principles. However, this knowledge proved to be massively destructive towards the world and its inhabitants, causing the heavens and earth to nearly collapse before the heavenly principles cast down the divine nails to stabilize the world. The second case was around a few thousand years ago, when King Dishret pursued forbidden knowledge in an attempt to rebel against the heavenly principles. However, in pursuing his ambitions, Dishret ended up unleashing forbidden knowledge on the world, quickly destroying his royal city and devastating his people, and bringing the withering into existence, with Eliezer being a manifestation of it on humans. Because the abyss exists beyond the world of Teyvat and doesn't follow the rules of Teyvat. It is an unknown entity of chaos and darkness. Mavuika said that the upcoming battle in the Night Kingdom would be the end of the abyss in Natlan. But the abyss itself would not end. If someone else decides to temper with the abyss again, another disaster might occur. Now let's talk about the false sky that we saw when Mavuika punched the rift with her powers. The false sky phenomenon was first introduced by Scaramouche, who claimed that the sky and the stars are all a gigantic hoax. A lie. Nahitha learned about this theory from Tor in exchange for her dendronosis. He explained that it is the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. In the description of the Staff of the Scarlet Sands, King Dishret mentions that Nabu Malakata described the night sky adorned with 3 bright moons, reiterating that the number of moons should be 3 and suggesting that the celestial sphere was just an illusion. There are few more hints which suggest that the sky in Teyvat is fake, and this information is being kept hidden by Celestia. There are theories that suggest that it is to keep people from knowing the truth of the world and that Celestia is not the original ruler of Teyvat. However, the description of all-devouring narwhal suggests something else. It says that the stars found in the depths of the cosmos might be teeming with life, much like Teyvat. And asks if a profound universe full of life exists, why hasn't any of that life made contact with Teyvat? Then suggests that maybe the universe has been constantly trying to infiltrate Teyvat. Or maybe a higher power created borders to protect this world. Maybe the heavenly principles created the false sky as a barrier to protect Teyvat from the abyss, or whatever threats lie beyond it. In the description of the Wings of Feasting, Klee's mother Alice is telling her the past of Teyvat in a fairy tale-like way. But at the end of it she says, Teyvat's borders have grown fragile these past 2 years, looks like mommy's going to have to get busy.